G'day guys, my name's Nick Marlook and I've got some beautiful grass-fed beef from King Island in Tassie. We've got some beautiful cuts in our packet today. We've got 2 pieces of sirloin here, we've got a beautiful tomahawk and a half cube roll I'm going to show you how to cook up. Right, the tomahawk, the rock star. This is basically Scotch fillet on the bone, on a really long bone. The beauty of this is, first of all, the flavour of the beautiful Scotch of the King Island grass-fed beef, but also the intercostal meat that's connected to the bone. This really comes up great on the barbecue, nice and crispy, crunchy, a little bit of salt on there. You know, it's finger licking good. So we're just simply going to put this on the barbecue today and serve it with a few condiments, and I think that's the best way to have it. So these come individually packaged like this. And again, the shelf life on these products, I'd happily keep this in the fridge for 2 or 3 weeks. And they're really great. They put a bone protector in, so that bag will never pop on you. So with a beautiful cut like this, it's quite a large cut. You nearly need to treat it like a roast that you're doing, even on the barbecue. So what we're going to do now is we're doing a slow char grilled method. So we'll do a couple of minutes each side, little rest, and then repeat, just to get a nice even colour all the way through and a beautiful crust on the outside. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just season it up on the board and then take it over to the barbecue. This one deserves a lot of salt and pepper on it. I like using a coarse sea salt for this, just because you can taste the crunch as you're eating the nice tender meat. On both sides. And similar to any steak, you want to really get the meat up to an ambient temperature or room temperature. It'll really help you cooking it. With this one, I'm just going to give it the smallest amount of oil just to prevent it sticking and to help it colour up, and then we'll go straight onto the barbecue. You don't want to put too much oil on it because you can see it's got a really nice cap of fat on it, and that'll start dripping down onto the barbecue, and you don't want to have too many flare-ups. And that's it, we're ready to go. And we've cooked it for about 2.5 to 3 minutes on each side. Then we'll give it a rest for 3 or 4 minutes, just to let that heat penetration go right through the beef. And we'll repeat that step 5, 6 times until you're at your required doneness. And it's sort of the same theory as a slow roast. You want to bring the heat through the meat nice and gently, and hopefully we get a spot on product. With that, I've just barbecued some leeks, and I'll just prepare that while we're waiting for the beef to rest again. So I've just got 2 leeks here, and all we've done with them is put them on the barbecue until they're burned on the outside. Pretty simple. We've just got to make sure down the end of the leek there's a little bit of dirt sometimes, or sand. We've got to make sure we wash that out. Once they've come off the barbecue, we'll split them open and cut them down. Just don't go through there, and it's a nice handy little presentation tip. Then we'll just open them up. We've got beautifully roasted leeks on the other side. If you wait till they're a little bit cooler, they're a little bit easier to handle. But just use your tongs. And then, just to finish these, we're just going to roughly chop them up. Straight in a bowl. And then at this stage, we can get as creative as we want with them. So we've got a little bit of lemon juice, which is always good on them. They definitely need a nice bit of seasoning up. Nice bit of salt and pepper. You can tear a few herbs into it as well for a bit of colour and flavour. Olive oil or butter, just some sort of fat to carry it through. Then we'll give it a little bit of a toss around. And it's a great way to have an onion or a leek. You'll get that beautifully smoky, leaky flavour through it, and nice and sweet and delicious. So with our tomahawk, try and give it a nice good rest. You don't want all the juice to go back into its right spot. And then we'll just take it off the bone and follow the bone around. Don't worry if you can't find it that first time. And it's always going to look a little bit red next to the bone, but through the middle should be nice and pink. So I'll sit that on the board. And then just slice it how you would a regular steak, okay? Just straight down. And the good thing about this is the edge bits will be sort of nice and pink and the middle bits will be a little bit rarer, but there's a little something for everyone. It's a great way to share it. And then always finish it with a little bit of sea salt. And today we're just doing this super simply with some lemon and all our condiments here. So we've got our mustards, horseradish, and a simple leaf salad, which we've made that dressing for, the little mustard vinaigrette. So we're going to dress that up and we're ready to have dinner.